to go do this because I said so. But as an example, like when you compare two businesses together that need each other, that don't have a common connection, and you're the common connection, now all of a sudden maybe LLC does want to spend more time with you because you have better connections than they have. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure they're smart enough to pull that off. So, you know, it's still just a suggestion, but you know, I think they've got their hands full trying to figure out what the hell they're doing for the next 18 months.
Yeah, and you know, like I think to be super honest, you know, we look at our London event where we had so many thousand people that attended, and only 15% of them said they came from a CrossFit affiliate.
No kidding.
You know, 15%. You know, when we very first began the events, that would be 95% said they came from a CrossFit affiliate. You know, now, like our biggest growth, like audience sector is women 35 and above who like identify themselves as becoming just now interested into fitness and wellness. They are doing a challenge that we create, which is effectively you would find in any kind of CrossFit gym, but they don't call themselves CrossFitters. They wouldn't go to a CrossFit affiliated gym or box, but they're doing the same thing and they've got the same interest, and they leave talking about protein and BCAAs and should I take creatine or not, and what kind of should I sleep? Should I sleep more? Like what temperature should I sleep? So all these things that we think like we kind of talk about, it's really permeating into a different part of society. And again, that's great for me because these people who've maybe not been so health conscious, maybe they haven't thought about their bodies, they've not thought about the people around them for the first time. But how can I still attract and showcase what we do to that group?
Yeah.
And that's been a big challenge, and why we've kind of made some changes with the format and also working with the athletic buyers. And look, like High Rocks crush so many events at the moment. I can't keep up with them. They got so much money, but they're doing well for a reason because they're getting people in, and people like you both did it. You know, you both kind of went and experienced it. So I also have to look. What I used to do was look up at CrossFit all the time. Now I'm looking up at them and going, hey, what do they do that worked? Because they're getting thousands and thousands and thousands everywhere all around the world. So I think this space is also just becoming so much more mature as more people enter it.
Well, Nikki didn't experience High Rocks, by the way, Nikki. You didn't experience it. You won it.
I did win. I won the build. That's true.
I experienced it because I was really hungover and did not chew up.
Scott also did solo, so did twice as much work because I had a partner. But you know what this means, Scott, truly, is just proof positive that us basic bitches run the world. Okay? Let's hear it for the 35 to 39 women.
I'm telling you.
Us. Okay.
Fundraise the most, do the most pre-activity, offensively do the most reps, I'm telling you.
Hell yeah. Chuggy as hell, and then we'll post about it on Instagram. What's up?
Chuggy as hell.
But it's also without ego. It's also without too much kind of argument. You know, you can spot people who come to our events who are seasoned CrossFit competitors because they're like, oh, that person didn't quite do this over the line. Why I never to do it? But competition breeds that in everybody. Even though we're fun, I still want people to be competitive. You know, we do see it from that. You know, and another thing that we've really tried to work on this year is, so in terms of minority ethnic racing groups, their diagnosis of cancer is at a much later stage, and there's tons of historic reasons as to why that is, in terms of mistrust of medical, previous testing thing. And, you know, for us in the UK, we really identified hey, we are so white and middle class. How can I? And the answer was, it wasn't me. It wasn't me that could do this. So we worked with some phenomenal groups again, initiated by Nike all across London, from youth dance groups, from people who run, there's a guy called Manny who runs PTs who are Black Asian minorities who wouldn't usually get kind of jobs at higher end locations across London, coaches them, trains them, and gets them positions. And we even had Drake's girlfriend, which was pretty crazy, do our London event. So that's amazing for us though, because I can't keep just being the face of it, because I don't represent the face of the audience that we want to capture. It's more than one face. And that's, again, you know, a problem CrossFit's had for quite a while. So again, instead of me waiting for the kind of head of it to correct it, I was like, hey, I just need to get people who have their own communities, who are trusted and respected in their communities, to come and do some really cool stuff with us. And it works. And we continue to need to do it. to get more people to have awareness and to come and feel that they belong there as well, which is a big thing. To not feel you turn up to somewhere and that you stand out, because that, you know, that's a horrifying like thing to me, that somebody would come to an event or a venue or an activation and feel that they stood out. And particularly here in the US, that's something that we're really trying to like work on with some really wonderful people in the community as well.
So can you talk a little bit about what the partnership with Wadapalooza is going to look like? Because that event is like real soon.
Yeah, and I want more people to sign up. So,
yeah. Okay. So what are you guys going to do in Miami at the event? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. So I use the royal we because I am going to be competing. So I'll be like a little bit distracted. I'll be there on site and doing tons of stuff. However, so on the Sunday, so on the 14th, we have all day running like our own event. So you can choose. So the gauntlet will be finished. There'll be nothing else other than kind of elites going on. To come in, you can come and take on our 90-minute challenge. So we've launched the brand new, slightly less CrossFit version of our event. And it began with this horrible number of 20,000. So 20,000 people get diagnosed in the US every